And welcome to episode 2, where we are at opening day for the 2024 season. So we've been through spring training, as we alluded to in the previous episode. So we've now set our 26-man roster. So I'm going to run you through that first. Pitching wise, we got starting rotation of Severino, Tariq Skubal is our number 2 starter. Casey Mize, Eduardo Rodriguez and Spencer Turnbull. Nice right, left pitching rotation. They all had pretty decent spring. Severino wasn't great, but the rest performed fairly well. We had the option of Wilmer Flores and Ty Madden, but I wanted to give them a bit more time in AAA. Same with Brown Herter and Matt Manning and Adam Wolf as well. So they're going to be close to coming up if we need them. In the bullpen, we got Lang as our closer. Again, had a pretty decent year, 25 saves last season, and he's developing very nice. It's a pretty solid closer. We've got Kevin Castro. He's making his major league debut, as well as Freddie Pacheco. Both performed well in spring training, and the managers decided to put them as setup. Foley Wentz all on the big league last year, and then Jeffrey Springs, Alex Faido. Jeffrey Springs, the guy we picked up on the Rule 5, didn't realise he had a massive contract, so we maybe will probably cancel that because I don't want to pay 45 million to him. But I want to give him a bit of he's only on 5 million this year, so potentially can be quite good and we can flip him. If not, we'd just get rid of that contract for the end of the year. So that's good that's the pitching side. So now looking at lineups, our lineups look like this. So against righties, we've got Calhoun, Green, Castellanos as your first three. Young is actually straight into the majors, missing out AAAs. He was so good in spring training. He was very good last year. He was across both levels, and he's ready to go. So he's better than the other options we've got there, like Andy Ibanez and Nick Maton, so we thought we'd give him a go. Obviously, his options. Andre Lipsius is in at third, Spencer Torkelson in at first, Javi Baez at short, Parker Meadows makes his major league debut in center, and Lindinga makes his major league debut at catcher. We also have Joe Carpenter as a pinch hitter. Colt Keith is up as well, but as is Wenzel Perez and Jake Rogers against lefty, slightly different. With more righty heavy at the top. Green still though in the top of the order. So that is your lineups for the year, or well, certainly for the first game. And I just wanted to show you a couple of the big free agent signings that went down in 24, because there were certainly some interesting ones. If I can see them, probably best to see them here. So the big one, Shohei Ohtani, signed a very interesting 1-year deal with the St. Louis Cardinals. Not really sure why. Might just be OOTP not really understanding how to value someone like this, but he hit 42 homers and had a 1,000 OPS last year, whilst also going 9 for 9. Pitched not great, but an excellent year offensively. So he might sign a big contract next year. Potentially someone we go after. I didn't really want to go after him this year. Didn't feel it was that fair. Trevor Bauer's back in the majors at Texas. Not massive fan of that. Seth Lugo was a big move. He went to Cincinnati 2 years, 11 mil. Adam Duvall, which went after this guy as a bit of a impact back in the middle of the lineup, 16 million. We offered him about 17, but he didn't want it. And I thought for 1 year he might be quite good. Already regressing there, but plays good outfield. Excellent when he moved to the Dodgers last year. Very good year overall. Again, not sure on if he's going to regress or not, so I'm not too upset about not getting him. We did have Andrew McCutcheon actually for a little bit last year. We traded for him, but he's gone to Arizona. Beyond that, we've got Tim Anderson going to Boston for 4 years at 17.5 million. Jorge Soler is at the Orioles now, 4 years, 20 million almost. Aaron Nola went to the Angels, 5 years, 25 million. Charlie Morton back to the Braves for 2 years, 10 million average. Matt Chapman went to the Kansas City Royals, 5 years, 20 million. Darno went to San Francisco, 4 years, 12. JD went back to LA for a year. Muncy went to Blue Jays for 2. And that is the main storylines. Quick look at the preseason predictions. Still have us at 68 and 94 or around that level. I'm hoping we can do better than that. We have no one in the top hitters or top pitching. The usual suspects are on there. Lloydie Chappelli's not a usual suspect. I don't think he's going to be as good as they say he's going to be here. But then beyond that, Corbin Carroll's an absolute beast in this game. Genuine 5-star, 5-tool player, can do everything. He signed a long contract actually till age 30. Not surprised. Tatis hit well when he came in after suspension. And Jordan Walker turning into a bit of a legend. The Cardinals look insane. They've got Nootbaar, Walker, Tani, Sano, Gorman, Arenado, of course, Carlson, Kirk. I mean, they've even signed Kirk from the Blue Jays, along with Pinto for Donovan and Panajuia, or something like that. Anyway, and their rotation is ridiculous as well. My money's on them for the World Series. Would they have them as only getting 500? Not sure about that. Anyway, let's get on to the first game of the season. Just need to check that everyone's on the 40 man, so I'll just do this. They should be. They are now. Oops. They still need. I'm glad that didn't work actually, because I've not. I wouldn't have played that game then. I'll just demote these two guys, Tyler Horn and who was it that needed to go on? It was Kevin Castro. Can we play? No, Freddie Pacheco as well. Okay, now we can play, right? Yes. So, first game of the season is against the Cleveland Guardians. Almost said the wrong word there. They've got a pretty good team. Jimenez, good year last year. Freeman, Jose, J-Ram, kills us. Mickey Moniak's in cleanup. Interesting. Quite like Mickey Moniak. Anil Cruz, obviously being signed with. Let me just check that. That's an interesting move. Not sure why the Pirates would have got rid of him. It doesn't look so good in this game anymore, but they traded him with Nolasco for Brian Lavastida. Not sure about that. That seems like a bit of a steal, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, the rest of their team, they got Bieber on the hill today. Pretty good year last year, has regressed a bit. They've got Verdugo, Taylor Ward, Stephen Kwan. Looks like an excellent player now. And there's Mickey Moniak, pretty poor year with Cleveland, but good year with LA last year. So let's go. We are at Cleveland for this game, and that is quite loud. So I might quieten that down a bit because that was very loud. So yeah, let's crack on. So we're up to bat first. I'm going to go until runners in scoring position each time. So first half inning for us, nothing doing. Let's see how Severino goes, and looks like he gave up a solo home run to Jose Ramirez, which is unsurprising as he kills us. So we're down 1 in the second. Jace Young up is up. He unfortunately flies out, but Lipsius hits a double. I believe that's his. Oh no, he came up last year with us, so it won't be his first major league hit now. So let's play. Let's see what Spencer Torkelson can do in his first at bat of the year. Clubs it to left, but it's just a fly ball and a fly out to Kwan. Nothing doing there. 2 outs. Javi Baez up. He hits one into left field. This should be caught and is by Stephen Kwan. So we get a runner in scoring position, but nothing happening. Let's see if Severino can settle down a bit this inning. Yeah, he's got 2 outs, but he allows 2 base runners. Freddie Furman is up. 0-2 count to him. Severino strikes him out. So we're through 2, and we're down by 1. Here's Parker Meadows, his first debut in the bigs. 1-2 count, and he's struck out looking. Now Dylan Dinger's first at bat in the bigs. 2-0 count to him. He hits one to the left. Straight to Kwan again. Easy for Kwan, and we're 2 away. Back to top lineup, Willie Calhoun. 2-1 count to him. Hits one back up the middle, base hit. Something brewing here, perhaps. In the top of the third, Riley Green is now up. 0-2 count to him. Strokes out swinging. Once again, our offensive woes look like they're going to continue into this year, early on here. Let's see how Severino does. He's allowed Jimenez to reach second. Jose Ramirez is up in a full count. And he walks. Check to swing there. 2 on now for Mickey Moniak. 1-2 count to him. Strike 3. Looking at a fastball from Luis Severino. Now we're 2 outs. 2-1 count to Neil Cruz. Clubs one to right. And it is in front of the right fielder. Throws in, and unfortunately Jimenez scores as he's a very quick runner. Jose Ramirez only gets to second there. And Neil Cruz got a 2 out single, run scoring single that is. And Cleveland up 2-0 now. Verdugo up to bat, 0-1 count to him. Hits it to Baez. Baez goes short route to second. And the inning is over, but not before they score another run. So 3 innings in the books, and Cleveland are 2-0 up. Let's see if Castellanos can't get something started here. 1-0 count. That's a foul ball if I've ever seen one. But it's apparently not. So we will carry on. 1 out. Here's Jace Young. He walks. First time on base for Jace Young. Not going to steal with him, but Andre Lipsius is now up in a 1-0 count. 1-1 count, sorry. It's the other way through past second baseman. Young's looking first to third, and he's going to get there. Great piece of hitting, great bit of base running. Now Torkelson has a chance to drive in the runner here. 1-2 count to Spencer. Club to left, caught by Kwan, and it's too shallow to get the runner in. He needs to really go the other way there. Now it's 2 out with Javi Baez up, runners in the corners. He hits one back up the middle, clubbed by the shortstop, but there's no play. Baez's speed means he gets an infield hit, and we get on the board as Jace Young scores his first run in the majors. And now we've got runners in first, second for Parker Meadows. 2 away. He hits one to left field, straight to Kwan, who seems to be catching every single hit that the Tigers have. And that's into the top of the fourth. But we do strike back. Let's see if Severino can get through this inning unscathed, which he can't. Kwan is on second. Andre Jimenez is up. 1-0 count to him. He hits one into the left centre field. That's going to score Kwan from second. And that's going to be a ribby double for Andre Jimenez. They get the run right back. And Severino, unfortunately, can't keep it. He's at 58 pitches. Still good for an inning or two at least. Freeman's up in an 0-2 count. Hit to left. Riley Green has that. And the score is 3-1 after 4. Dylan Dinger's up now. 2-2 count to him. He hits one weakly to the third baseman Cruz, and he is out. Calhoun up now. 1 away. What can he do? He can fly one to right field. Going to be an easy take for Verdugo. Sorry, it is Verdugo. Yes, in right field. Moniak's in centre. So now Riley Green up. 2-0 count to him. 2 outs in the inning. He grounds up to short, and that's the top of the fifth done. Bieber's been excellent in this 1 run through 5. Great quality start from him. Let's see what Severino can do in the fifth, and he keeps them quiet. So it is a quality start for Luis Severino in his Tigers debut. He's had 72 pitches, 5 innings, 3 runs, 5 Ks. And now's the time potentially where we look at getting. There's a lot of lefties in the lineup as well, so think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Jeffrey Springs warming, just in case, if it will let me drag and drop him into here. It will. So he is now up in the bullpen. Let's see if we can't get some runs back there. Castellanos is up 2-2 count to him. Bieber still in the game, top of the sixth. He strikes out swinging. Next up is Young. Can he get his first base hit in the majors? Club to right, and it drops in front of Verdugo. That is the first major league hit of Jace Young's career. Lipsius is up now, 2-2 count to him. He strikes out, looking for strikeout for Bieber. 2 away here for Spencer Torkelson, 1-2 count to him. He clubs one to left, but Moniak should have and does shag that fly ball. And we're through 5.5. And the score is still 3-1. Cleveland. So let's see how long Severino can go. 2-2 count to Verdugo. I'd be happy if he can get through this inning. Clubbed up the middle. Parker Meadows with the dive. What a play, unfortunately. He's injured, but is able to shake it off and continue. Great play. 7 pitches now for Severino. Don't really want him going much more than 90 on this debut. Tyler Ward hits one to the right field, right second base, and Jung makes a play. Great play, in fact. And there's 2 away in the 6th. Up is Stephen Kwan, 1-2 count to him. And he clubs one to left. It should be caught by Green, and that's 6 in the books for Severino, and I think that will do him for this game. They've got couple of righties coming up now, so I'm going to sit Jeffrey. Don't think I want him. I think I would like Jason Furley to come in and pitch the 7th. So let's get him warming. Meanwhile, let's see if we can not make something happen here. So 3-1 count to Baez in the 7th. He's hits one to left centre field, but that should be tracked, and it is by Kwan, and that is 1 away. Of course, Beaver's still in the game at 81 pitches. Parker Meadows is up. We have Kerry Carpenter on the bench, but I don't think we'll use him yet. 3-2 count to Parker Meadows. He's 0 for 2, but he walks. Now he's on base. Maybe we steal to get something happening. Let's see if Parker Meadows can't steal second base. 1-0 count. Let's see if he can do it again this time. No, decided to hold. 2-0 count. 3-0 count. Well, let's take a pitch for sure. There's a strike. Let's see if he can't steal second here. And it's ball 4 anyway. So the threat of Meadows has made Bieber missed a couple there, and now Matt Moore is in for relief. We've got Willie Calhoun up. Lefty on lefty matchup. Not sure I'm a huge fan of this. Willie Calhoun is DHing today. Thinking I maybe get Jake Rogers in to pinch hit. Don't always like doing this, but he has got quite a bit of power against lefties. Let's actually quickly have a look. What is Willie Calhoun's ratings like against lefties? I mean, he's not too bad. He's just not got the power. Whereas Jake Rogers, to be honest, I think I'm just going to leave Calhoun in for now. See what he can do against Matt Moore. 2-2 count to him. He strikes out. Poor decision. Now Riley Green is up. 2-0 count to Riley Green. He clubs one to centre field, but Moniak's there and takes it in. So we threaten, but no doing. Matt Moore shuts us down. Now it's time for Jason Foley. He's going to come in and see if he can't get a 1, 2, 3 inning. Freddie Furman is in. Slaps one to the right. What a play by Torkelson. 1 away. Rain is beginning to fall here. That's not ideal. Let's see if the game can continue. Jimenez slaps one down the third baseline. Play is made though, and Lipsius guns him at third. Good play by Torkelson on the stretch. And here's Freeman 2 away, 2 account to him. He snaps one to the right. That's going to get through the gap into right field. 2 out single for Freeman brings up the man, Jose Ramirez, and you could see that one coming. That's a 2-run shot. That makes it 5-1. That's what Jose Ramirez does. That's his second homer. And Joseph Hurley has bottled it a bit here. Alright, let's get a Kevin Castro up because he's given his first taste of the majors. Moniak's up to bat now. We'll leave Foley in for Moniak, see what happens. Moniak skies one to centre field, playable, and is caught by Parker Meadows. And that's the 7th, but a big one. A Jose Ramirez 2-run shot. That's 2 home runs for him. He's 2 for 3 on the day, 3 runs, batted in. Absolutely kills the Detroit Tigers, and showing that he's continuing to do so this year. Nick Castellanos is up now. Let's see what he can do against the lefty, Matt Moore. 0-1 count to him. He slaps one to left, but it is to the man, Stephen Kwan. I don't know how many putouts he's made. I don't even know where I can find that. But all I can tell you is it's going to be a lot. Maybe I can find it after the game, but it's an obscene amount, to say the least. Jace Young, I may take him out for give Wensil Perez an at-bat in this one. Let's see how he's getting on. We will see against Matt Moore. Wensil Perez, 0-1 count to him. He slaps one down the right field line straight at the first baseman Ramirez, and he gloves it. And now I'm actually going to give Colt Keith this at-bat as well. Game's done. I want to get these guys their first taste of the majors. So Colt Keith is up for his first bat in the major leagues. 0 count around. First pitch he sees, slaps to the right, played by Ramirez again. And that is the top of the 8th done. So let's just put these guys in their positions. Colt Keith playing third. And we'll bring in Kevin Castro for his first taste of the majors. Don't need to confirm substitutions. Right. O'Neill Cruz, first one to face. He's already got a ribby and a single this game, but he hits a soft liner to second, plays by Wensil Perez. 1 down, full count to Verdugo next. Kevin Castro strikes out, his first strikeout in the big leagues. 2 away, 0-2 count to Taylor Ward. Can he go 1-2-3? You bet he can. 2 strikeouts. Great performance from Castro. A silver lining perhaps in what has been a pretty poor day to date. I won't bother getting anyone up yet because we have to score 4 runs. So let's get some runs back first before I do that. Spencer Torkelson is up. Slaps one to centre field, straight at Moniak, but it's over his head. And Torkelson is into second with a double. That's a good way to start. We need a few more of those, but a superb hit from Torkelson. And that brings up Javi Baez now with a runner on second. He's 1 for 3. He slaps one to left field, but Stephen Kwan is there again. It's 1 away. Parker Meadows is up now. 2-2 count to him. He's over 2, and he strikes out on a check swing. And it brings up Dingler for the potentially final pitch of the game. He strikes out to the Hunter Gaddis is brought in just for him. And that is your final 5-1 Cleveland Guardians. And the Tigers don't start off the way they really want to. Overall, Severino pitched fairly well. 85 pitches, gave up 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 walk, 5 Ks. Pretty happy with his performance. Hitting wise, we had 2 hits from Calhoun out of the leadoff spot and 2 from Lipsius. Both had pretty good days. Bias drove a run in, our only run, with Young getting a hit and a run on his debut. Jose Ramirez killed us. No, nothing new there. Bieber was excellent. Not much more we can do. We had 2 5-star players against Cleveland. I don't know, I think one of them was Meadows, maybe the other Torkelson, I'm not sure, but that is your opening day. What happened around the league? We're bottom, and we probably will be there for a very long time. But who knows? Let's hope. We now have a few bits of admin to do jokes and profile one of the guys who didn't quite get to stay up in AAA. In the major, sorry, is down in AAA. You take a look at the Toledo Mudhens, who played their first game today, actually. In fact, I'll finish today because we haven't got a major league game. So the Mudhens actually lose their first game 5-2. Oh, I'm set up, so I can see that game. But we can see Aparicio is hitting in 3-hole, about 1,000. And beyond that, Ty Madden pitched 5 innings, gave up a couple of runs. Overall, not a great start from them. Did Double A play today? They don't. They play later. But Dollander and Job are down here. Dollander unfortunately regressed a bit as well from his original rankings. He's dropped quite heavily actually, which is a real shame. But still looks like he can be a very good pitcher very soon actually. And David Gouveia has finally signed. He looked pretty decent. He's been out in KBO, hit 18 home runs last year, 132 OPS plus, not too bad. Let's have a quick look at the waiver wire before we end this episode. Nothing really jumping out to me there. And looking at who's left on the free agent, it's just some interesting players. I mean, Max Kepler's there, Duplo Herrera, one time quite a high potential guy at the Phillies, but sadly not. Really worked out for him, and there's nothing really there right now that we need. So that will do it for this episode of the Detroit Tigers, or the Toothless Tigers, should I say, evidenced by game one. Hopefully we can turn it around, and I'll be back perhaps in a month, perhaps in halfway. I haven't decided exactly how yet, but I will be back in the next episode, and hopefully we have some more things to be happy about than losing 5-1 to the Guardians. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.